This is what we're doing today. We are making caterpillar marionettes, and they are so cute. Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm excited to make them with you. Are you excited, little guy? Don't hit the camera, okay? Okay. Yes, I'm so excited. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. All right. Well, here we go. It's Wonder Spark Puppets Daily Puppet DIY Live. Yay! With me, your host, Z. Today, I will be making a really awesome caterpillar marionette with all of you. So some of the things you're going to need some pom-poms. And if you don't have pom-poms at home, but you do have yarn, check out our previous puppet DIY where I show you how to make your own little pom-poms at home with yarn and a fork and scissors, because you can absolutely make your own pom-poms. So these are our pom-poms that we're going to be working with today. Also, you're going to need some string or some thread. I have thread right here. You're going to need a needle. Okay, so parents, help out with that. You're also going to need some scissors. Here are my scissors right here. And you're going to want a chopstick or a long stick or a pencil. And the other thing you're going to want is, if you want to give it eyes, a couple of googly eyes. I have my googly eyes right here in this little container. And you're going to want some glue dots. Okay, so those are all the things that we're going to be using today for our crafting. All right, so let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is take out all the things I just put in that box, because I need to get to my pom-poms. Okay, so I'm going to pick out some pom-poms that I want to use. I think we might do maybe like a purple, pink, and red caterpillar, because that's what I have. But you could absolutely, if you have all the colors from the Very Hungry Caterpillar, you could make your caterpillar look a little bit like that, like this little guy right here. I'm going to take my thread and I am going to cut off some and thread my needle. So let's remove some thread. How is everybody doing today? Here in New York City, it is rainy. It is rainy, but it's okay because we're inside. So we're just gonna stay here inside. And we're gonna do our activities and have some fun. I hope everybody's school day went well or is going well. Okay, and we're gonna make a knot at the end of this thread. So if you saw, I pulled the thread all the way through to double it up, and then I'm going to make a knot. And the way that I like to make a knot is, I like to call this a laurel knot, because I learned it from my costuming teacher, Laurel Walford at SUNY Fredonia. She would take the thread, wrap it around her finger, and twist it off and tighten it, and then you have a nice little knot right there at the end. So now we have our string, and you want to make sure that it's long enough for you to make your caterpillar on, but it's not crazy long, okay? So our caterpillar is going to be a little bit shorter than this. Our caterpillar will probably be about this long, so this is a perfect amount of string for us to use right here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to decide on what we want the tail of the caterpillar to be. All right, so I think we'll end on pink. So I'm just going to start pushing the needle through and threading my pom-poms onto the end, and you can see it's nice and snug there. Don't pull too hard, or you could pull it through, but if it's nice and snug, that's what we want. I have some sparkly pom-poms in here too, so maybe we can add some sparkle, because who doesn't need some more sparkle in their life? And we're just gonna keep picking pom-pom colors that we like. We have some purple. Oh, I really like this blue color. It is so bright and pretty. There we go. And if you have questions, feel free to write them in the comments, or if you just want to say hi or tell us where you're watching from, we would love to hear from you. And we have a yellow sparkle here, and I'm just going to keep threading these pom-poms onto my string. okay? And I'm gonna pick some more colors. I want another purple, I think. There's no caterpillar rules. You can make your caterpillar any colors that you want, but we want to make them long enough so that we can line them up with our stick that's going to make them into a puppet. All right, we have a bright green one there. I really like these blue ones. Do another blue color. Oh, another pink. Okay, let's see if this is about as long as the one that I made. Almost. We need at least 3 more, I would say, to make it as long as the other one. So let's do an orange. We haven't done that yet. And we'll end on a kind of a bigger one because we want something to be able to put the eyes on. So let's end on, which one should we use? Oh, maybe this nice big green one. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, let's see. Is that about the same length? Yeah, okay, and so that is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 pom-poms. That's how long my caterpillar is. I wonder how long your caterpillar would be. It needs to be about that long, about 14 pom-poms. If you want to see it on my hand, from my middle finger, from an adult hand, it's from the tip of my middle finger all the way down to right about where my wrist starts. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to tie this off, and I didn't make it super tight, okay? So there's still some wiggle room between the pom-poms. They're not all smushed in together, okay? It's not crazy tight, but it's not crazy loose either. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our needle into the pom-pom, make a loop, and then put our needle into that loop and pull, and that's going to knot it off for us, okay? And we're going to do that one more time. Now don't pull too tight because again we don't want to smush up our pom-poms, so we're going to do that one more time. Here we go. And now to end it, this is a little seamstress trick or puppet maker trick. You want to take the needle, put it through the material again, pull it out all the way, and then trim right there. And then your end is hidden. But what we have? A beautiful caterpillar. But wait, it's not a puppet yet. How do we make it into a puppet? Well, we're going to take our chopstick and we're going to take some more of that thread that we have. So let's bring out another 2 pieces of that thread. Here's one piece, and you can use string, you can use yarn. I like using thread because I have a needle close by and it's just easy to use. You don't need something that's super thick. If you have a thick needle and you want to use yarn, absolutely go for it. This is what I had laying around today, and we're really trying to make things that, activities that we think you might have these items laying around, it would be easy to do. And we have some really exciting stuff coming down the pipe. So if you haven't yet, please make sure to like and subscribe to our Facebook page, or I guess you would say follow our Facebook page so that you know when we're live streaming. We're doing these puppet DIYs every day, Monday through Friday at 4 p.m., Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. What am I doing? I don't need this needle. I'm just talking. Okay, so we have 2 pieces of thread that we cut off. And so now, get over there. So I took one of them, and what I'm going to do is, this green part is going to be my head. So 2 pom-poms behind the green, so I'm going to go green, orange. I'm going to kind of make a little space for myself right here. And I want to tie the end of my thread onto my pom-pom string, the caterpillar's body, okay? So I'm just going to do a regular square knot. So once around, make a loop, bring it through, twice around, and then I'm going to trim off the excess right here, okay? So now we have one guy attached, And if his head is drooping a little bit, you can make it a little tighter. All right, oh, he's a little droopy. There we go. All right, and spread out your pom-poms. There we go. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that again, but over here on the other side of the body, okay? And I'm gonna do it 3 pom-poms away from the tail. You could do 4 if you wanted. I'm gonna try 3 this time. That's what I did on my other little caterpillar, was 3. You could also do the first string right behind the head if you wanted to. If you were feeling like, oh, I don't wanna deal with maybe having a droopy head. Nobody wants a droopy head on their puppet. So we're gonna do another square knot just like that, okay? Make sure that it's looking nice. It is. You know what? I have to tell you, I didn't think it was gonna be so droopy, but it is. I'm dissatisfied. So I'm just gonna trim that and retie the head one right behind the green one, because I can. Because that's the choice I'm making right now. I see we have 10 people watching. Hello, 10 people. How are you all today? I wonder where everybody is watching from. We're located here in New York City. We're specifically in Astoria, Queens, in our home with our 2 kids, ages 4.5 and 7. We schooled today and are still schooling today. Okay, so now I'm much happier with that. We have our 2 strings attached to our caterpillar body. And so what we want to do is attach them to our chopstick. If you guys got takeout, or you have some long sticks laying around, or some long pencils, that will also work. Okay, what we're gonna do, we don't want it to be too far away from the chopstick, so we're gonna measure about how long you want. You can decide how far you want it to be. I'm doing about that far, okay? Gives it a little bit of distance from my control bar here. That's a fancy word that puppeteers use for marionettes. And I'm gonna tie a knot onto my chopstick. I clearly cut off way too much thread because my thread tail is very long. And I'm gonna triple knot it here just to make sure that it stays where it's supposed to. And I'm gonna cut off the extra. That's looking good. Okay, and now the trick here is that we wanna make sure, oh, I never cut off my tail. Man, all sorts of things are happening. It's like live theater, people. You don't know what's gonna happen. That's why you have to tune in. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to kind of measure and make sure that it's about the same before we tie our knot, because see, right now as I'm hanging it, the tail is droopy. We don't want a droopy tail. We want it to be at about the same height. So measure it, make sure it's at about the same height, pick it up before you tie it on, and make sure that you're happy with how it's looking. Like if we tied it right there, is that what we want? I think so. I think we're happy with that. So now we're gonna tie, you know what, just to make my life easier, I'm gonna make this shorter already, just so I don't have to deal with such a long string. Okay, so now we're just gonna tie this onto our chopstick. And again, we're gonna triple knot it so that it's nice and tight. If you're finding that it's slipping around, like say you're using, this chopstick is pretty like grainy, like it's got a lot of tooth to it, if you know what I mean. So this thread is sticking to it, but if you're using something that's smoother, like a pen or pencil, you might want to put a piece of tape over the top just to make sure that once you tied it on where you want it to be, that it's in place. And you notice I didn't put them right in the middle, I put it right above the connecting point, okay? So now we have our little caterpillar marionette who can crawl around. But the last thing we want to do, because we love to put eyes on things. We have googly eyes. I mean, we're puppeteers. Of course, we have googly eyes. So I'm going to put some googly eyes on our caterpillar. I have some glue dots here, but you can absolutely use white glue. I just like glue dots because immediate satisfaction. Who doesn't want something that just sticks and is dry and completed? Me. I love glue dots. So I just I cut my glue dot in half because I don't need the whole thing. I stuck it onto the back of my googly eye, and I'm just going to put it right there. And now I'm going to do that with the other one. Here's my other googly eye. And here's the other half of my glue dot. I'm just going to unwrap it, stick it on. And here we go. So we want to double check where the top of the head is, right here. Okay, there he is. And here's our little caterpillar friend to keep us company. Whoop. And if his head is starting to look wonky, just move it. There we go. Here's our little caterpillar friend who's going to keep us company. And he can help us to read The Very Hungry Caterpillar, right? And a big shout out to Amazing Magic Beans and the Q Studio Lab Preschool in Sunnyside, Queens, who are studying caterpillars this week. Hey everybody in Sunnyside, hi! We're so excited to be making this caterpillar for you guys to be able to use this week in your curriculum. And if any of you have any curriculum that you're studying and you want a puppet DIY to go with that, let us know. I'm going to come around for a second and talk to everybody so you can see me. I do exist. Hi. Hi, everybody. Oh, look, there's a clamp. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we're so happy that you are here and supporting us. One of the great ways that you can support us is share this video, share it with anybody that you think might be interested. Visit wondersparkpuppets.com, go to our store, check out some of the cool merch that we have. We have puppet telegrams, we have live, private, live stream puppet shows. It's tough to have a birthday party right now, but we can have a really personalized and awesome birthday party experience for you online. There's a lot of different ways that you can support some of the really great work that we're doing, and we're so excited to be doing this out of our house. And please make sure that if you haven't yet, follow and like our Facebook page, like our YouTube channel, and tell everybody you know and anybody you think might be interested. Thanks so much, and we'll see you tomorrow for another puppet craft at 4 p.m. Bye!